Hello everyone. Good morning. Am I audible? Yesterday we have struggled between some points. So today we should start with some important topics related with the yesterday topics, and these are some new topics that I have shown. My voice is audible to you, everyone. Let me know into chat if you are getting my voice. Yeah, great. So I have mentioned some topics here, that is in how to remove duplicates, how to remove null values, and how to add new columns, remove old existed column, rename columns, how to do label encoding that we have done yesterday, but today also we can quick recap also we can do. Even the option for label encoding, instead of doing label encoding, we can do the get dummies as well as the mapping function. So this will be today's scenario. So today we are going to work on this. So hope you guys are ready, and let's start the work, right? So first I will add the data set. Data is equals to port pandas as a PD, port numpy as a NP, right? Data is equals to PD dot read CSV. The first topic we are going to discuss, that is in removing the data duplicates. Okay, and I will go with two data sets we are continuously working, that is in house price, right? And second one is in global power plants. So I'm taking now house price so that we can continuously work on it and do the other things as well. Sorry. Okay. Theta dot rate. So first we should we should find out duplicate members we have or not. Yeah, we can see the properly here that we have some duplicate members and all. The owner, dealer, own means these are the duplicate members as well. And even other contents also we have duplicate members. But now if I want to find out first, right? So I will just go for the data dot duplicates. What? Duplicates. And I'm just asking to data frame object not any duplicates. Duplicate spelling is correct. Okay, wait. Duplicated. Yeah. So he's saying that we are having here the whole means every line he is checking for that. So every line, okay, and he's checking all the data set as well. So you can apply. This is I'm applying on the data set, no. So if I'm applying with the suppose some column, then definitely he will understand that one, right? So I'll pass here duplicated. Yeah, now we have. Now we have. So what is the major thing that we have? Duplicate rows, right? Duplicate rows as also presented. If suppose if I'm thinking about removing the items, then how it, so finding is easy, right? Finding is easy because we have seen by particular column. If suppose if I'm applying on the column complete data set, then definitely it will show the all the data set. But we are looking for the particular columns. So if suppose if I go like this one, data dot duplicated into the bracket subset, okay, equals to, suppose I'm just passing the columns, and on the basis of columns we will show. See, on the basis of columns he is saying true, yes or no. But suppose I want to apply on the particular column. If suppose if I'm applying on the column, then he will not remove what for that. Why? Because you know what? See what will happen here. Because you will get in major point lock, and I will apply on the extracting is nothing but only we have identified. But the point is removing the. So I'll just use here first drop duplicates directly. Better to identify, because identify is showing only yes or no, right? See, so those are having duplicate values, means by the rows, okay, by the rows they are removed here. And if you want to those are, if you want to show those are removed, just check out what will happen. Just check out. I will call once again this column, because see the size of this one, 29,450, right? If suppose I will go for the first, this one, 2, data 2 dot shape, 29,451. And same concept if I'm applying here for the identifying the duplicates, data 2 dot lock. And I think someone is opened their voice. Unknown. Data 2 dot duplicated. Okay, comma columns. Now see, 401 rows are duplicated. So other things, if you are thinking about this one, check out the column, this one. And you know, when I applied on this, what will happen? The count of, check out the count, this one, 29,050. And this is original data set, 29,451. And the when I applied on the finding the duplicates, you will get in this one, 401, right? So slicing, the dropping, when we apply drop underscore duplicates, then he drops and we got the near about 29,050. But what is the original dataset count? 29,451. Okay. And those are removed. That is nothing but 401. This one. Removed data, original data, and this is drop duplicates, means we have dropped a duplicate. Are you getting a point? This one. Actually, whenever we apply the duplicates, then always a little bit getting confused when which are the points that he is going to be removed, right? If suppose if I'm using data 2 is equals to, suppose this is, I'm using once again same data set. I'm using same data set and just changing the names data 3. Okay, data 3, and I'll change 4, and this is I'm taking variable data 3 dot. Okay, now I'm applying this drop duplicates here. How to check double confirm the duplicate data? Double confirm means we have to check the duplicates. Here I'm applying on the columns. Just check out what I'm doing. Is the data removed from the original file or just memory? Original. If you are taking your original data, then definitely it affects on the original. If suppose if I'm taking this variable, see here, this one. If I'm applying on this one, then original will not get affected. Always you have to take a original data, sorry, variable there instead of working on the original. See, I'm applying on the basis of column. Okay, which column it is? Posted by. Okay, this is my data set. Drop duplicates is my function. Subset posted by, and that's it. Okay, so once I apply, check out data 4. What happened? So on the basis of posted by, so many owners, so many dealers, and so many builders are there, right? Why? Because see, the dealers, owners, and builders are there. So he removed the duplicate on the basis of posted by and got the only 3. Are you getting? Yes. Actually, go to the exercise only, because I have added here on the data set as well. See, I have used here on the data set and by column as well. Both sectors you can use, but only on the see what is the duplicate of your parameters. If suppose you are seeing any duplicates, then definitely you cannot go directly on the basis of passing the variables and all functions. You have to pass and just remove it, right? But that will affect your original data set. Means original means not in the programming manner. If suppose I'm removing the some important content like owner or dealer, this data set, suppose I'm using here dealer, owner, and builder. If you are removing the posted by basis data, then definitely your main data, important data is removed. So always whenever you applying on the drop duplicates, better to check on which column you are applying. Better to apply on the whole data set. You just go for the basis of columns. Okay. See, second factor I'm just going to explain, that is removing the null values. Removing the null values. So tackling with the null values, which point we have seen? Can anybody tell me how to deal with the null values? Yeah, we have seen, right? Null value purpose. If suppose I want to check a null values, you have seen that data set 3 dot. You just have to pass is null and dot any. You will get this one. In there, your data set you have null values or not. I think this data set we don't have null values, but if I'm using another one data set here, that is an power plant, then definitely that will be having near about thousands of null values here. So I'll add here that column, that data set. See, some of the columns are affected by the null values and others also we have the null values. If you are applying like this one, data underscore one dot is null. This is nothing but only finding, but we haven't seen that removing the null values. See, this column is affected. Secondary fuel, other fuel 1, 2 is affected by the null values. But on the basis of columns, or if you are thinking about that, how can we deal with the null values? See, dropping the null values is like, see, if I'm using dataset 1 dot drop, see, dataset 1 dot drop, I'm applying. Is it possible that we can apply? You just have to add drop in it. See, I'm applying on the whole data set. Okay, whole data set. Check out data 1 dot shape. Wait, I have to take one variable. Total we have the shape is 34,936. Okay, and we are going to apply a drop value, drop any values. So let's go for that first, and then we go for other things. Suppose if I'm going to apply data 1 2, I'm taking one other one variable, data 1 1 dot drop any into the bracket in place is equals to true. See, why this is happening? Data 1 2. Can anybody guess the point why this is happening? Because this drop any is applied on the whole data set. If suppose drop any says that if any of the rows is having the null value, that whole row will be deleted. Then what is the mean? Any of the column, see here, see here, any of the column, suppose secondary fuel having the true means null values. So any of the column is having the null value, then whole column, whole row is removed by that. So that is the thing, that when we apply a drop any on it, if you want to deal with that null value, you have the fill any method, right? Yeah, means only if suppose your one column is having the null value, then other columns also means that whole row is affected by that. Suppose thousands of columns are there and 20 null values are there, and you are applying on the that data set, thousands of data set, then 20 rows will gone. Are you getting the point? Because of this, these are the 2 3 columns are having the whole complete column is having null values. That is why the whole data is gone here. Got the point? Actually, if suppose I would like to go for the data set, like those are having minimum data set points. Wait, I will check out any one of the data set that we have limited data set, limited null values on it. See this data set, right? And I'm going to apply on this data set data one dot is null, and I'm just applying on. I want to use dot sum. See the limitations we have means null values. A minimum temperature column we have the 1400 something, and sunshine and evaporation column has an 62 69, means every column has an some amount of null values. If suppose if I'm going to apply the whole data set on it, means drop any method on this whole data set, then definitely he is going to remove maximum numbers of count null values are present that rows. See, sunshine is having the 69,000 rows, right? So how many rows will be removed by this once I apply on this one? What do you think? How many rows will get affected? Exactly. Exactly, the 69,835 rows will appear. So let's apply first and then we can see. And I'll take one variable here to data 11 dot drop into the bracket. Um, is equals to what is happening here? 56,420. Okay, no, not in combination. Affected, but he hasn't shown, no, that is why. What is the total count we have seen? 1,45,460. So 70, almost 70,000 data is gone, no? So we'll definitely will get a near about how much? 56. So what is the total we got here? It affected on the whole data set, right? 70,000, 70 and 5. Yeah, that is correct. Maybe, right? Let's check out one thing here. Check out one. I just joined, so drop. Is it something like that? Yeah, your drop NA is nothing but removing the null values. Yes. See, I have this data set, right? Actually, now this is an affected data set. So better affected data set I'm using. I'll go for the new data set here. See this one. I will use data set 9. and this data set 9 is not, how many data set we have? 1,45,000. Okay, and if suppose on the basis of columns I want to apply, but once again I want to check data set 9 dot is null dot sum. Okay, so I would like to go for the min stamp, removing the null values. So how many null values we have? 1485. So if suppose data 9, okay, of that column name, so mean temperature dot drop na, then affected. Okay, on the basis of your column. Okay, so you are applying on the column, but the problem is, you know, that when you apply on the particular column, and if suppose like data 9 affected, you will get a same count, 45,460, 460. And if I apply on the max temp, I will take a one variable here. Okay, I will take a one variable AB. 1,44,119. So what is the this total, and this total, this is nothing but your row count, this much. So you can apply on the particular column, or you can apply on the particular whole data set as well as the column. The point to be discussed here, what do you think if I am going to apply on the whole data set, the maximum count of data set will be gone, right? That is the major drawback of this applying drop any on data set. If suppose if you are applying on one, means complete column is there, no, you just go for the drop the column instead of doing drop any, because the way we have some columns, heavy null values are there. The way we have seen that house price prediction, and that power plant, there we have some major columns like they don't have any value of that. So you just go for the dropping the columns, no? Are you getting my point? Instead of applying on it, if you want to apply that column, then you just use the fill any and that replace method, because the both sectors are important. How to deal with the null value? You just have to use fill any method or replace method. Or if you want to remove, you can use the drop any method by column and by column and by whole data set as well. It depends upon your problem statement. If suppose your problem statement is saying that remove any null values from the data set, then it affected on the whole data set. Or you can add the null values with mean, max, medium, right? Let's go for the point that we have how to remove a columns. Which point we have to see? How to add and how to remove. So these 2 points I will take here: how to remove and how to add. See, the first, how to add, okay, and then we go for the how to remove. If suppose, what is the meaning of this how to add and how to remove? If suppose if you want to add a new column in a data set, where we have, here we have the rain tomorrow, and this data 9 value. So once again I'm just applying data 9, that is in total 1,44,000. Okay, this data set, and I'm going to add a column here. So let's first do the adding the columns here. See, the first thing, we know that there we have the almost 1.5 lakh of data, right? Rows, and we cannot create custom data and put into the column and pass into that. So better always go for the empty values first, because you just first add and then do the empty. If suppose like this, I'm doing data 9 of, you just add the rain is suppose rain imp. I'm just taking the one column rain imp. Okay, see here we don't have a column rain imp here, but here we have the rain tomorrow. But in that you just have to use pd dot nat. See, pd dot nat. What is the meaning of pd dot nat? You will get a null values on that particular columns. Are you getting the point? You just get null values on it. And if I apply this one, check out data 9, this one. See, null values, right? You can remove this null values as well. If suppose if I'm applying on, wait, I'm another one adding calling a rain and printf. So by default it goes into the last position, but if I want to add the specific, we have to work on it definitely. First we will cover up this point and then we'll try for the adding the positional column. Okay. Dot, we'll try for the pd dot. If suppose I'm using directly on it and how it works. Let's check out. So NN directly NN will not work. Then wait, I'll check the condition. NAT will work. NAT is for the null values it will take, not an issue. This one is important. And directly D1 I'm checking. NAT, oh sorry, actually if I'm applying on the yeah, rain and winter. Okay, this is adding column. You can add the columns as well. But always important is that if I do like this one, what will happen? Suppose like this data 10 is equals to pd dot insert. Okay, and you want to add the position. This is third position and pass the column. Column is suppose mobile. Column name is mobile. Okay, comma. I'm passing NAT null value affected. Panda's answer has no attempt of insert. Why? Wait. Directly I can pass 10 dot. PD will not work here. P also not work. Values, I have to add the values. Values will definitely affect here. Why? Because we don't have added the values, right? So values get affected here. Maybe we'll try for the some other work as well. But let's see another one. Wait. Instead of NAT, can we add the string? You can add the string. You can pass like this one. 2, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. But the count, check out the count, how much we have, right? Check out the count. We have the 1,45,000. So how can you add? First, you have to add the null data, and then you can go for the adding the fill any method. Are you getting the point? Oh. Actually, creating a column on it is easy to create, but one one thing is, wait, why this is happening. Yeah, see, are you getting this point? It's a little bit tricky, but definitely this will work here, right? This will work. You can work on it this properly, and directly we can pass the values as well. If suppose if I'm using here NAD and all, then it works. Directly you are passing your columns and all. Okay, directly. So some different topic, different concept also we can see here. If suppose if I'm using this one, then data 10 dot element, right? And then let's check out this will work or not, right? Let's go for it. What I have to pass here? Fill any method. Can anybody? Yesterday we have seen this point. 3 represent the location. Yes. Actually, location we have added and then columns. So if suppose, what do you think if I am applying on this one? The fill in a method is mobile, we should have to add here, right? Is it correct? And dot fill na. And what I have to pass here? 0. See? Or directly if I'm passing data thing, okay? And then is equals to, uh, I'll go like this one. Mobile is equals to data 10 of mobile dot fill na. This is not applying after two. I think none is not in none actually. Suppose let's check out how it works first and then we go further. If I want to apply on the replace, then how it works? Because I'm adding the new column, no? We should work on it. What do you think? Let's check out with the replace how it works. Hmm? Check out with the replace. Mhm. Not none type object is not substable. What is applying? What is happening? Wait, we'll try for this one. What is data 15? Data 15. Okay, and we are going to add column. If I do like this one, what will data 16, data 15, column name. Okay, and winter work. Something is wrong. So let's check out about how to remove NAT. Right. So let's check out this one. Replacing NAT values because that is important. If suppose we use that concept, then definitely. Once again, I'm taking data 15 into that. Which column name is that? Winter work. and dot fill na into the bracket. If suppose I'm using 0, this will work. Yeah. Why this is not changing? Yeah, now changed. Actually, I missed that replace in place is equals to. Right. Now you can replace with the 0 to anyone. Now you got the point, everyone. You can apply on the column as well. You can add the positional column as well. Okay. Are you getting my point here? Yes or no? Once again, I'm going to do. And now I'm adding a positional data. Okay. So positional. Just check out what is going on here. So I'll add here positional. So first numbers, and here I'm adding which column name is 15. Insert 1. 1 means uh, date 1. This is location column you will get here 1. Mobile pd dot mobile I will pass here data 1. Okay, and apply data 15. You will get a NAT here, and applying the NAT to what you have to pass here, this one. You just have to pass data 1 here, and that's it. You just have to do this. Yeah, this one. Are you getting how to add a columns in a data set and replace with the values and all? Okay, you can use the fill na method to replace that NAT. And second one, NAT means your null values. And second one, if you are applying, you want to change this 0 to anywhere, you can use the replace function as well. Right. Hope so you got this point. Let's move how to remove columns. What I'm saying, how to remove columns. To removing the column, you have one interesting fact, that is, and directly you can apply del. See what I'm saying, del. I want to remove data 1 column from the data set. So data set data of, I'll use insert. You have to pass where it is. This is index. This is your column name, and what you want to pass here means pd.nat, which value you are going to, which operation you are going to use. This one, 3 parameters you have to use. And fill in a purpose, 2 parameters. One is for the replacing point, this one, and second one is for the in place is equals to, means for the in placing purpose. The 2. Insert is having 3, and fill in a having 2. Okay, this one now I'm going to apply removing the delete function, removing the this column using delete function. So if I apply directly, then definitely you will get deleted by this column, and just check out, the column will go on. Deleting point. You are removing the columns. You have another one option, but once again I'm doing here del. If suppose if I want to remove the date, then you can apply directly. So check out the date, this one, apply on the date, the column removing. Another one option we have means removing the column, that is drop. That is drop. You are supposed to put all new function syntax in PPT instead, then followed by some well-designed examples. Yeah, I'm going to share the PPT as well. Don't worry. Next week. Yeah, PPT I will share. You can work on it. You can see. Very useful to you. Next week. Yes, yes. No, no. Actually, next this time I will pakka I will share. I promise to you. This time, I think next time when we are going to share, no, that time I will share the pandas PPT as well first. Right. Next week I think holiday is there. Wait. Next week. 18th, 19th, and 20th March, there will be this session. Okay. Some maintenance part is going on. So next week, you don't have a session. See, 18, 19, 20th March, there will be the no session. Real contest means okay, no worry. I will share the content as well. Okay. Practical example for real case use. Real case use, I have to take any data set as well. Any real-time data set, real case I have to find out. These are the data sets are using, that is why, but I will see. Let's go for the next one. What point we are working on it? Removing the columns, right? Okay. So DL data, actually, we have to provide some problem statement as well. So that is important. You guys are working on the concept now. That is why you're thinking about these are the not on problems. Create, we have to create some problem statement and then we should have to work, right? Because of now we are working on the practical conceptual functions now. So every functions we are looking for that working and all. That is it. Let's go for the removing the content. Removing purpose we have used del. Another one function we have used, that is an drop. So drop purpose, if I'm suppose passing here my variable name, so I'm just using 15 only. Okay, 15 only is equals to data 15 dot drop into the bracket. I want to remove, suppose, mean mean temperature. Okay, I'm passing your column name, and you can, one thing you should have to apply here, axis 1. Whenever you pass the axis is equals to 1, no, that is applicable for the column. right? What that is applicable for the column means he just understand you have to apply on this column purpose. If I apply this executed and check out, your column will on this mean temperature is minimum temperature is on max temperature is here. In place is equals to true is nothing but that is affected in original data set that you have taken in reading when you have taken in reading the data set that time. So it will affect on that original data set, not in the CSV original CSV when you affect use variable that time, right? Dropping purpose. What do you think if I use a multiple columns to remove? How can I remove? Any idea about it? Are you getting this point? Dropping the column. If I want to drop another one this column, then how can I? Same concept you have to do here. Same concept. You have to use evaporation for this one. Okay, and that's it. You just apply data set 15 remove. See, you will not see this one. Sunshine and rainfall in between you getting evaporation. The data set is gone. Right. And if you want to go for some index basis removing, suppose this is 0, 1, 2, 3, and I want to remove 0, 2, 4 like that, or any one of. Yeah, axis 1 is necessary, sir, because identifying the columns, that is why. By default, axis is equals to 0. By default, if you are not passing, then axis is in 0. But your drop function is containing the two variables. The first one is in column and second one is in columns and second one is in your axis. So if you are passing axis with if you are going through the without axis, then it will not work. So always you should add axis equals to 1, right? And suppose if I'm using here data 15, same data variable I'm using here, then data 15 dot checkout drop I'm using. This is another way to remove. This is a way, the first way, and second way is this one I'm just showing to you. Just check out data 15, right? I'm applying on the same variable so that I'm taking same everywhere. Okay, this is else I will take like this one 10, because whatever may be data is affected, data set is affected, that will be stored into the data set 10, data 10. Okay, and now dot you should have to mention your columns directly. Okay, columns, and pass the your indexes 1 comma 1 comma 2 2 no 3 comma 5. Who is in 1 3 5? Here is in 0 1 3 and 5. So temperature max temp, sunshine, and wind gust speed, right? So with that, if I have to apply x is equals to 1, check out. Name is not in columns. O spelling. Yeah, columns. See, max temp is gone. Second, sunshine is gone. And third one, which one? This is 1, 0, 1. Max temp 0, 1, 2, 3. That is sunshine. 4, 5. 4, 5 is nothing but wind gust field. Yeah, these are the three ones. If we pass 1, 3, 5, why we need any axis is equals to 1 now? Actually, you have to always assign the axis because the column purpose. If I'm applying like this one, check out. The syntax is like that. Your question is right. I got your question. Wait. instead of doing like here, I appreciate your question actually. I'll remove this one. You know that this data set 10 is affected now. So I will use this 0th location. So I'll remove this 0, okay, 0. See, map temperature not found, access. And data 10 dot head, okay. So I will use here data 10 here. So now I'm passing data 10, data 10, okay. And who is the first here? Rainfall, okay. Affect. See what he's saying? Not found access. So without access, it will not work. So I'm just passing access here is equals to 1. Executed. Now you got the point. Your column is gone. By default, if you are not passing, it gets 0 only. Okay, so always you have to put access equals to 1. So you will get it easily. Hope you got this one right. And then see, removing purpose, dropping, and these are the things are easy. And what do you think if I'm passing here last remaining point is like that? What do you think? -1. If I'm applying this concept in -1, who is a -1 here? Winter work. Yeah, we got -1 is what means by indexing purpose also we can remove, right? Are you getting this point? Dropping the columns and all, how to add and how to remove column, right? This is important. Let's go for the next point about this. So next point is that is how to do a label encoding. So these are the 3 points now we are going to discuss about. So today is little bit means replacing original data. Yes, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Can you try with the axis only? No, no, axis will not work. Rahul will not work that one. Okay. So let's go for the label encoding. The first thing, yesterday's point, I'm just little bit giving you quick recap, and then I will go for the dummies. Okay, this will help you. First, I will do the label encoding point, and these are the different methods actually label encoding, but we say that get dummies and mapping pandas. The first one I will explain label encoding. Let's go for that. See, here we have the location column, and we have to find out how many locations we have. So first, I will show you a column, first data set, sorry. This is, and this is Australian weather forecasting data set. So if I'm applying on the data 10 dot, see, column name you should have to pass here. Which one location? Because you are going to convert this column, this data into the variable. See, almost we have near about, if suppose if I apply some is not coming. count is not. I want that count, but it's okay. $49. If he is not giving us in the right way, I can do like this also and find out the count. And I got the count that is in 49. So 49 unique values are there, and then let's go and apply label encoding. Okay, you got the point. How did I this one? Okay, easy. So I'm just using from sklearn. Okay, sklearn dot. You yesterday we have seen that from sklearn import preprocessing. But what I'm doing today, I'm doing some different work. Same code but different. See, sklearn dot preprocessing. Okay, import label encoder. Okay, and then we should pass L1 is equals to label encoder. A label encoder is your class now, and this is a sub library, and this is sklearn is in your library, major scikit-learn library, scientific data analysis purpose you can use. The major machine learning algorithms already present here, sorting techniques and all. Okay, and then I have created one object here. This is my class, and I have created one object L1, and that all this all object we are going to use here. How? That is in data 10 and that column. So I'll use that location column here equals to L1 dot fit underscore label encoder, converting your string data. This is string data into the numbers. So yesterday we have seen no this point. I think once again I'm going to tell you label encoding. Why to do a label encoding is converting a string column into numeric, means we have to convert this. Suppose Albert is there, that is suppose if you say 0, by default random numbers he will give because of this label encoder. Label encoder is not like a that encoded data in on all. That is what actually plain text and ciphertext, that is different. That comes under the cyber security, network security. Sorry, right? Converting the encoded data and decoded data like that. This is different. This is converting your string data into numeric. That is purpose we are using this. He is taking a little bit time. Let's see what will happen. This is dataset 10. Okay, done. Check out. See, we got the point. We got converted this column into numeric. I want to see how many unique values we got. It should be how much? 49. Why? Because how many unique values we got here? 49. So let's check out how much we'll get. 49. Yes. See, the amount of data we got into the location, amount of unique values we have into the location, that much values are converted into the numeric value. Are you getting this point, everyone? And even we have seen the reverse as well, right? For the reverse purpose, what we have to do? Then anyone, what we have to do for the reverse purpose? Any idea about that? Are they the ASCII value? No, your numeric value. Check out the, see, the before applying on the label encoding on this data set, that is a string column. No, check out. If I check this with the info, see, it converted into the integer column. Got it? And before applying the label encoder, that is string. So with that, you will get converted as well, and you will get a same unique numbers. Why? Because in this location, Albury and this, like suppose Pune is there, Pune you will get a multiple two from that. So Pune is having unique number 2222. Suppose Delhi is there, Delhi is having same number. USA is there, USA is having same number. Everyone. So similar kind of pattern that we have the 41. How much? 49. Right? Cannot assign the literal, but column have fuel, that hydro and gas and all. What? Check out the code, Rahul. This one. Check out the same code are present or not. Use this code. See, you can apply directly on it. You can apply directly. How much? Because so many data sets are there. So everyone is having some different. He is giving label encoding is converted your string into numbers. So randomly he is picking up any of the string, give the random numbers to them. Are you getting, sir? That is why that string is getting two numbers. Randomly we are giving. What is the drawback we are getting here? You are passing random numbers. No, that is why. If you want to give the on the basis of algorithm is equals to suppose 2, 3, then we have to do a mapping. That we can show. I'm going to show in further courses as well. Are you getting, sir? Let's check out once again. This is, and you can apply. See, why to apply means why to convert our columns into the numeric? Why? Because when you convert your data into the numeric, you should have to store. You have to apply this data set on the machine learning only. So machine learning algorithms only understand the numeric language, means numeric data only. They will not understand the string data. So you have to convert your columns into the numeric. Can we do encode for the two or more columns at the same time? At the same time, no, actually you can apply same code. See, you just have to do like this. And suppose I want to use on the different column, then see, I just have to change this one. But it is converted into 0 and 1 only. Means, sorry, not in 0 and 1. He converted onto the values only. See? Encoders require their input to be uniformly string or numbers. Yes, we have to convert first this column into some string or float value. Do you know how to convert column data type? Anyone knows? I think before we have used that, converting the data type of column. Yes or no? Which concept we have seen? Column data type in pandas, we have seen, no? See, this type of error you will definitely get when your behavior isn't different. Your column is behavior is. Yesterday we have seen on that concept. Converting the data type. As type int, you know, let's see. I'm going to pass that conversion. Okay. I'll convert into the string. Why? Because your data is having into the string only. That is why. So once I convert the data into the string, is string data type, then I will apply your label encoding on this same data set. Now check out data10.info. Check the wind guest directory. Wind guest directory. This is now converted into the object. And now I am going to apply this same code. Okay. Fit transform. See what I have used. Only one line I am using from that data set, that code. Why? Because already object I have created. L1 is equals to label encoding in above here. See, so no need to apply, use this code once again. Once you apply, leave it here and use this column only, right? Will null value affected the conversion? No, you have to first solve the null values. Yeah, see these columns affected. Are you getting this point? Because what are the problems we are getting in between the working? No, these are the complete practical we are doing here. There is a lot of to do the pandas. How often do we use this in jobs? Actually, whatever the things that I'm teaching, that is real time you can use anywhere, because these are the things that even I'm using into my real time work as well. So do not worry about it. These are the very much important things: adding the column, removing the column, applying the label encoding, applying the conversion of data types. That these are the points that we have to use. Even we have seen the label, lock and ilock. Lock and ilock is most important. Why? Because your problems, the 50 to 60% problem statement are affected by that lock and ilock. Is you can get solve your problems with the lock ilock, right? So conversion, you got the label encoding. How do we merge a data based on the primary key for two sheets? I think two sheets means you have to use concat for the concatenation purpose. Then I have to perform this one, Francis sir. PD dot concat function is there, no? Yes. Excel we use And pandas, how it works. Actually functions are there. Wait, wait. I will show you. I will show you that. Let me know you guys, you got this point label encoding, everyone, so that I can move forward. Each unique value, how can pandas hold them by column? By column you can work it easily. If suppose there we have the two or more columns, two or more data frames, data sets, then you can use directly get anytime as a practical problem solver. Yes, yes. We can take one data set in next session, because continuously we are solving the conceptual work. In the next session, when we go for that, I will take one data set and I'll do the process step by step of problem solution as well, right? So let's go for one thing. I will do one work, Francis Sells work. Okay, let's go for concatenate, right? Can we go, sir? Column, but data set column size should be same, right? If suppose if I'm taking, why not we first slice down the data and then we go for concatenation? Mm, Wait, I'll do one thing. X is equals to, how to do a lock I lock? Can anyone? You have done the lock I lock. No? Let me know the syntax of lock I lock function. Can pass it, please. I think whose voice is still open? Whose voice is that? Kalyani ma'am. So I'll do some slicing here. I'll go for the iLock purpose instead of doing lock. This is rows and this is columns. I will take x1, x1, x2, x3. Okay, and three data frames I'm taking here. The columns first, 2, 3, and 3 to 6, and 6 to 9. These are the three variables I'm taking. Okay, x1 is having this one. Wait, here only I will show x1, x2, and x3. This one, x3. Three variable has a different data here, right? So let's go for the concatenation first. How do I concat now? Any idea about it? Any guesses? You know what? Actually, you can take one variable as well, AB, and pass it into x1, comma x2, comma x3. Okay. Once you are done, AB will get all these things, and in that, I'll take another one variable AB1. Okay. PD dot concat. See what I'm passing, concat. In that bracket, you should have to pass AB, execute, and AB1. See, 9 columns you got. Because X1 is having some columns 0, 1, 2, 3 will not come. Right? If you check X1's data, this is an 1, 2, 3. Kill the pressure. Sorry, this one. 1, 2, 3. X2's data we are having near about 3. Why? Because 3 to 6 we have added. If I'm making 6 to all, execute, execute. See how much data we get into X3, and you can add that is also. You got the point, everyone? Actually, this is a single data set, means only one data set we are doing a slicing and concatenating. But if you are having a different data sets, means um, size always matters, means row count is always important. If suppose other data set is there, suppose A data set and X1 data set and X2 data set is there, but X2 is having row count is very less, then definitely the continuation will not work. Are we getting? The row count should be a proper, both should be a same. Right? So let's go for the next one. How about if changes order? Yeah, you can. It depends. You can. It doesn't matter. But I will change the some 10. Okay. Execute here. And here only I will do that. I will pass here 1, here 3, here 2, 3, 1, 2. Like this, no? Why then wants to talk for the batch for a while. I can give some. Reorder means. See this one. This is the way, no? Why to go for a sorting purpose? Why do I go sort? First, create your data sets properly, right? Every data set we can create properly, and then go for this concatenation purpose. Partially solved. So how can you? What do you expecting now? Which data we got here? Can anybody? Which data we got here? AB -1.
Abhay,
Yeah.
yeah, the query is like this. Uh,
Yeah.
I have a passenger data for the past 1 year, say 2021.
Hmm.
Okay. and I want, meaning the passenger data is identified by, say, for example, the email address of the passenger.
and the address
Now
of passenger.
I have one CSV which gives me this data for 2021. I
Mm-hmm.
asked my DBA to provide me data from 2017 onwards to 2020, and I want to look up that data and know that passenger how many times he has traveled and which
Okay.
destinations he has traveled. So I have two
Mm-hmm.
different CSVs. I need to
Mm-hmm.
get the data and know the trend of the passenger. How do I do that? That was my actual query.
Okay, means first we have to slice down the data, right? I'm not getting properly here, maybe.
Yeah, the data is already provided by from the DBA provides me the data for the past say for 4 5 years.
Okay,
I need to
and
tally it
your
with the
whole.
current data. I need to
Mhm.
tally it with the current data and get the analysis of what that passenger and where that passenger has flown.
Means suppose for example you have 10 years of data already,
Okay.
and your
I
means
have
your
a
client is giving
separate
you.
separate two sheets. I have one sheet with 10 years data and one sheet with the current year's data.
Okay, see,
Okay,
you cannot do
my
that.
ultimate objective, my ultimate problem is I want to retarget those passengers to fly more and give them more promotions.
Yes,
That is
yes,
my
I got
goal. That is my problem statement.
I
Now,
got
how
your
do
point.
I try to achieve this? I
Yes,
need to
yes.
do analysis on the previous data and to give him a solution that these are your sectors you have flown. We have promotions on these sectors. Which would
Mhm.
you wish to fly on them?
Then you
That
have
is my
to,
use case.
you cannot do here concatenate, sir. Means
Yes,
directly
that's
concatenate.
what I was saying. My concatenation doesn't solve my problem over here.
Yes, 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 I got. Because concatenation only works on the similar count, means data set count, right?
Correct.
Because, and if suppose if you are trying to add suppose hundreds of values into thousands of columns, thousands of values. Means suppose this is in 43 thousands of rows, and your data is, you are going to interested to add only hundreds of rows affect, means you want to affect only 100 rows, then definitely that is the problem. I got your point. Then that time conditionally you should have to go for that. Conditionally means you have to go for the mapping means. Mhm. Do you have that data set, sir? Means if suppose if
I have the data set with me, but I can create a dummy and I can give you. I can't give you the original data set.
No,
That
sir,
is
Abhay, sir, if it is the real scenario of that, what the question that sir asked was is a real practical scenario. So if there are two CSV files and we want to do the data analysis on two different CSV files,
hmm.
then in this, then what is the options where we can sort out that kind of problems? Is
First
there
and
any
second,
option
yeah, I
to
got
do
your
that?
point, sir. Ma'am,
Yeah.
question is interesting very much.
Yeah, that is really a practical scenario. See, for example, we have a past history, and today, maybe to yesterday, someone has given me a present data. So, what that sir is asking is when we want to compare two different sheet and we have to do the present day analysis, for example. So, what is the option? In what way we can do that kind of analysis?
See, if suppose your single column is there, then you can go for the for loop and conditional checking. Means if suppose there is an suppose 71, then affect to the particular column. You can, because only one column you are going to apply. Na? Only one column is you are changing. Means suppose you have a data of second row and fourth row, eighth row, and you cannot do here can concatenation. You just
No,
apply
no, sir,
first.
that is different. It is okay. No, no, we are asking like, what is the option where we can do that kind of analysis? This one is concatenation, two columns concatenating, two rows doing, that is different scenario.
It is
But the
different.
sir,
Conditional
yeah, what the
concatenation.
sir is asking, what are all the options we have where we can do that kind of analysis? That is what the question is.
I got, ma'am.
Yeah.
I got.
Is there any option to do like that?
Conditional checking means. on the basis of indexes or on the basis of your one if you are
Or
changing
see,
that
if
column.
it is that scenario, what I have idea is in the same data set what we have, whichever column we want to take, we can add it here in the data set what we are doing, right? Just my idea I'm asking.
You can put that column into the looping
The present data set what we are
column.
doing, and we can do that, right?
Francis sir, yeah, you can put that column into the loop, right? And even you can put that changes into the looping as well and do the comparison of that columns. In the next section we can do that. That will be possible, not an issue. That will be possible, easily we can possible. If suppose if you want to change this some points and already given data set is there, that column and this column you should put it into where looping structure for loop. And if conditional statement is there, you can compare it. If you want to change this column size means indexes, you can pass it. We'll do that. I think we should have to take a pause here because team is going to do a conversation with you all. Please, sir, team. I'm just. Hello, sir. Shashi, sir. Pandas is closing here, but only practical, only one practical I want to take because these are the points we have to use on the data sets, real scenarios and all. So I will take, I think, 1 week for this one. Shashi, sir, are you there?
Yeah. Hi, Abhi. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
This announcement.
You can.
Am I audible? Could you please confirm it?
Yes, you can.
Okay. Thank you so much. Okay, guys, there's this announcement that we are not running classes for upcoming weekend, 18th, 19th, and 20th. There would be no class, okay, due to some maintenance. Okay. Am I audible? You can confirm me by unmuting yourself or maybe over chat box by saying yes. Let me repeat myself, guys, that there would be no class for upcoming weekend and the date would be 18th, 19th, and 20th for some planned maintenance. Okay, thank you so much for confirmation, everybody. Abhi, you can continue the class. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you. I think you got this point, right? So let's go for that. And next time I will take this Francis as example and we'll do the work. And even through that, if you are taking the data set, then we can work on it same day. Let's go for that. The point to be discussed here. I will work on the mapping. Let's go for the first mapping and then we go further because mapping is looks easy to implement and we go first mapping. Okay. We have to take different data set here. Actually, these are the points is we have to take a quick, but let's do the fast. Right. And we should work on other data set because this will not be that. I'll go for Yeah, we have this one. Let's we can go for the try. It's nothing, right? If suppose if I'm using map function gives you to changes customize, means suppose if I want to change the Afghanistan and all, you can change. So first, how do I implement this map function? Okay, we are taking this quick session, and next time also I'm going to explain this one, no problem. Because today total we have 8 points, we have covered near about 6, right? Dot see, map function, and map function gives you concept like this one. See, you just have to add Afghanistan, suppose, and you can pass the points as well, these values as well, but I will pass here Afghan. Okay, and second one is, who is that? Zimbabwe is there, so I'll put here Zimbabwe. This is similar kind of that what replace function. Zim. Let's check out, but we should have to pass here column, right? See, Afghan, and if you want to change with Afghan is here, no, so that is affected. So you can pass yourself that with 0, Zim with 1. Okay, Afghan is 0 and Zimbabwe is 1. Something is wrong. Let's check out first. Wait. Yeah, I'll take this same. Place will not work here. Yeah, it changes. You can pass yourself. Means you know why this is, I'm taking the random map function, because you can put custom values to the, better to convert, you can push, you can put here value customized level, right? Means label encoding gives you the random values, no? So you can give this with the mapping function. So how many numeric values are there, you can put into the comma. See here, you can pass it. Are you getting what I'm doing here? But what is the problem we got here? See, because of this, I have 49 replacing with the custom values. Yeah, you can do like this as well. The replace function only works on the single one. If you are applying map function, you have to use here 49 continuously. If you are left any one of them, then that will be work as a null value. Are you getting? So you have to apply on the 49. 49 means Afghanistan, Zambia, India is there, Pakistan is there, Bangladesh is there. You should have to put their numbers, right? If you are you haven't you haven't passed there any of the 49th value in between the 49 values, then definitely you will get a null value of remaining points. Got it the point here? Yes or no? Wait, I will use here hydrofuel. How much? So many. If I'm applying on this one, okay, I'm going to apply on this only 5, then check out what will happen. Check out the syntax as well. Okay, colon 1, colon 2, colon 3, colon 4, colon 5, right? Why this is not happened? Any changes I have done maybe? Oh, sorry. Actually, I have to add primary fuel here. Yeah. See, affected. And see, if I'm not adding that column, means certain column is there, no? So that will not be get affected, only that replaced with the null values. So I'm going to check null values, means sorry, unique values in it. Then definitely see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Are you getting my point? What happens here? Mapping. Yes or no? Actually, don't worry about it. This is a name of your category, and this is changing. So 1. So mapping, what's the use of, the way you have converted the value of column using label encoding, same work you are doing here, but there in the label encoding you have passed the random values, because label encoding class itself gives that random values to the unique items that present into column. Now you are doing customize, means hydro is 1, solar is 2, gas is 3, other is 4, oil is 5. If suppose you executed this one, these are the values will get affected by this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? But if suppose if you are not passing other items that present in that column, then that is replaced by the null value, this one. Now got the point, everyone? See, today's session we have seen so many things. I'm taking so map will replace null as well. No, for the null purpose you can go for fill in a method, right? Today we have seen here about 7 point out of 6 out of 8 we have seen 7, and go for the examples. I'm sharing this file as well, right, on the site. Tomorrow you will get this file and do the exercise on it, top to bottom. Here about 7 points I have mentioned here. Check out the 7 points that I done. See how to remove duplicates. The duplicate purpose we have used by column and finding the duplicate members, and after finding we have used the drop duplicates. Okay, and we already dropped here with the column name. Check out the 4 not 1 columns are we have dropped. Then on the basis of particular column, check out on the basis of particular column we have sort down and drop the duplicates. So only we have got owner, dealer and builder, because owner we have multiples, dealer we have multiples, builder as well. Then we gone through the null values removing. Here drop any method is there, in place is equals true is important, right? Then we used drop, sorry, null sum, column based drop any method, right? Then we saw the add the new columns and remove the new columns, adding new columns with the null value, that is this one, column name, new column name, this is new column name, and pd dot nat. What is the nat? Your null values. So you are creating a new column with the range important and passing the values nat, null values. So that is why see here last year, so null value you are getting. Then you have seen the how to insert. Another one is example for the positionally inserting the column. Third position we are passing column name and passing the values as well. This one insert function you have to use. Then after the insertion of NAT, we have added the fill NA method with the 0, and this is wrong actually. You are passing a string with the 0. You can pass the 0 as well directly. Okay. Then you have to use column and fill in it. This is also works and this is also works. Then we have seen a new concept like delete the column. DEL, database name, column name, you got deleted, means you can delete this one. This is the delete, right here, drop column. If you want to drop a minimum temperature column, you can use, but you have to use the axis 1. Then we have seen another one column dropping. Then we have seen index based dropping, this one. The axis 1 is important every time, right? Then we entered into where, see this one, drop it, drop, this is column based. So if you want to drop a last column, then you can pass -1. Then we entered into the label encoding. In the label encoding, we have seen converting the data, converting the particular columns data into numeric, but as a randomly. So we have applied this into location, okay, and then location column is get affected, and that is converted into this one. See 2 4 like this. Okay, it looks like this one randomly, but instead of this using label encoding, we can use the map function as well. So map function helps you to what, concat also we have seen, and map function, why we use the map function here for the particular value you can give that customize instead of doing label encoding. Both ways you can do, both ways. Sometimes, you know, the columns are not important, but you should have to convert because you are going for the prediction purpose now. So machine learning will not understand the string data. So you should first convert the data. We know that that column is doesn't matter to us, but if you are passing your data into the machine learning, you should convert that, right? And then we have seen this conversion. Yeah, that's it, right? Hope you got this point today's session. And the remaining point, that is in dummies soon. I think next session we should go for the dummies as well. And take care, you all. Do the exercises. See you. Bye bye.